Well, hello. Let's hope my mic is working. And then I'll start sharing it out. Oops. Welcome to the chaos of my life. Okay, let's try this. Is anybody there? Let me know if you can hear. I see some hearts. So far, no comments are showing up. I think I had this problem before. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Donna. All right. Can you hear me okay? I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come in. Let me know that I'm coming through loud and clear. If you're able to share out my video, I greatly appreciate it. Oh, good. It's always hard. You never know if the sound's coming through, if there's a problem with it going through. Hey, Grant. Let's see. I'm sharing, so I might have missed a few. Hi, Carl. I'm glad to see you made it. Hey, Aaron. Okay, perfect. Let a few more people come in. I missed you guys last week. I had a fibromyalgia flare-up. I don't know if some of you know that I have fibro or not. It normally is under controlled, and every once in a while the weather will really mess me up. And this week, last Sunday was definitely one of those days. So I am happy to be back, and I want to hear what you guys have been working on. We are now in the middle of January 2021. Is it doing any better for you guys? At least better than 2020, I hope. All right, I think I'm sharing it out to enough places. I'm sure I will find a few more that I missed. So Donna was busy explaining to the Uncle Carl's group how she pissed someone off and she left the group. Uh-oh, I must have missed that fun. Grant, I didn't even know what fibro thingy whatever is. I'm not that smart. I have fibromyalgia. It is it's painful. Your nerves think that they're doing all these things, and it keeps telling your brain you're in pain. And changes of pressure systems and a lot of things can trigger it. With the weather changes, the cold from hot to cold, the big changes in systems, the rain, snow, all of that can knock me on my butt. And then you add in any stress or overdoing it, which, I never overdo anything. Yeah, I definitely, I was on my ass last Sunday. There was no way I could get in front of a camera. So I took the night off, which I don't normally do. If I'm possible to get online when I'm supposed to, I always will. Hi, Michael. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Brian. And you made it, Brian. You showed up on time even. Of course, I was like a minute or two late. I had a quick phone call before I got online. So we are into 2021. We've been waiting for this. There has been some Kickstarters already launched the beginning of this year. Some have finished out. Some are still going. I know Wendy Stainshiner is still running the Naughty Fairies Comic-Con. If you missed that, you definitely want to check it out. You want to. It's definitely a very cool thing because with not going to the cons. These are all virtual. So you get everything from the swag. You get to pick up some of the books. There's an artist alley. So you definitely want to check out that on Kickstarter. If anyone has the link, feel free to drop it. If you have projects you are working on, please drop them. If there's any that you have supported, shared, loved, you want to give them a shout out, give them some love. It could be Kickstarter, Indiegogo. It could be their personal direct links. I know I have some writers in the audience. If you have links to your books, Donna, Brian, you too, guys, drop them in. Support yourselves, support each other. It's really important. It's what we are kind of here for. I've been grateful for all the support you all have given me since I joined this. And Brian is telling Donna that yeah, he's here, Grant, you better behave. And Donna goes, behave like you behave, Brian. Yeah, that's probably part of the green room. If you missed the green room on Friday night and you are part of Uncle Carl's group, you definitely want to hop in there sometime. I got to go on for a little bit. Grant says, I have a big announcement about my comic book tomorrow. You have to sign up for my newsletter if you want to find out. So he lists his newsletter in the comments. It is www.monarchpublishing.net. And Brian says, exactly, Donna. Absolutely. Donna says she sold her first copy of the latest book, Dragons and Wizards, this week. Congratulations, Donna. That is awesome. Drop the link so that people can find it, please. Brian K. Morris says, my pulp and comics work can be found at www.amazon.com/author.com/Brian K. Morris. So definitely check him out. Jeremy Caldwell is an artist and working on some fan art as well as working on my own book and hopefully Kickstarter soon. Very cool, Jeremy. If you're not part of Comics and More Chaos group, you definitely want to join that, and you can always promote yourself. You can, if you're looking for an artist, if you're looking for a writer, if you're looking to team up with somebody, hop in there, drop a question. The group is meant as a resource. Use it. You want to drop in any Kickstarters you have going on now, coming up soon. I have threads for January, February, and March all set up. They're in the announcement section. Add your links. If I've been coming across, I started adding them when I can. But I have to get back to that. I was a little overwhelmed with the holidays and some other things going on. So that's my projects. Matt says hi. And Jeremy says congrats to Donna. And Donna says, thanks. I can't find the link, not where I left it. Well, when you do find it, drop it right into the chat and it will be on the comments. And Walter says, a friend's work, second book is in the works. And it is www.facebook.com/Rachel's Quest. So check it out. Give her some love. Also, Walter has been writing, is the one who wrote some of those things that I read on Twisted Angel. If you have not found my Twisted Angel YouTube, we'll definitely have to find that for you. I've been doing some readings. I've been told people like my voice, so I've been having some fun. And maybe Walter will drop a link. But there's some public domain poems and stuff on there, but there's also some personal ones that have been sent in. I'm still working through the list of people who sent in stuff for me to read. I've got a short story coming out soon on Twisted Angel. It's already done. I just have to put it together. And it's called a dick pic short story. It'll be fun. Michael says, I'm an artist and working on my YouTube channel and will be making preparations to launch my horror comic company. Very cool, Michael. You can drop in your YouTube channel right in the comments and see maybe some people will subscribe. You definitely want to try and do that. Also, if it's, comic related and stuff, drop it into the Comics and More Chaos group. There is a thread in the announcement section that has a YouTube thread. There's also social media threads. Carl dropped in the link for Donna. Thank you very much, Carl. Walter dropped in my link for the Twisted Angel. Thank you, Walter. Donna gave a little bit of an overview. There we go. And I am so going to slaughter her name, or his. So, is a unique, peace-loving red dragon with an eye for human wenches. Rhiannon was the daughter of a whore who served only food and drink. When they meet, sparks fly, but can they fly for eternity? And what is the secret of Rhiannon's paternity? So you definitely want to check that out, and there's a link. And Walter, how do I know you were fetching it? Because I know you. Jeremy, awesome. Jeremy dropped in his Facebook page. You definitely want to check that out. It's Caldwell Images and some numbers. So definitely click on that. Brian says, Heather says dick pic, and everyone looks up listening intently. Yeah, it's a short story. It's got a little humor, a little bit of adult humor, but it's important to have a little laugh. So you just have to put the images together and get it up. It's already and yes, I said get it up. Take that as you want. It's already read and recorded. I launched one for Gregorio Lagarino. His is Lie Sealed with a Kiss. I believe I'm saying that right. That is new on, you can find that on the Comics and More New Jersey YouTube, or you can find that on Twisted Angel. I have that on both places. And Tana says, I found it, Carl, along with the elevator pitch. Sticks tongue out at Carl. And John Thomas, nice to see you. Brian says, a short story. Was it hard to write? I guess we have to ask Walter if it was hard to write. He wrote it. I'm only reading it. There is an intro that I put, and it is a little bit of fun because Walter I've known for years, and I've told him some of those stories of what women go through. And yeah, I'm not the only one of his female friends that get those types of pictures. I just happen to play with the people who do that. So it definitely was fun. Grant, you're going to give poor Brian a heart attack. Listen, if he didn't have a heart attack after the green room, he's good to go. And we will not discuss what happens in the green room. John, yeah, I am not looking for anybody, and I'm not dominant. You'd have to find somebody else. Definitely not looking for a dynamic. I'm very happy with my situation as it is. So, we've covered a little bit of everything from the short, short story, the dick pic, and Twisted Angel, and what I've been doing with Comics and More. I'm getting some more things up. Brian says, I don't get heart attacks, Grant, Brian says, I don't get heart attacks, Grant, but I'm a carrier. I know, we had a fun conversation Friday night. It's fun to get to know people outside of the norm. With COVID and everyone locked down, we're all kind of away from each other. And if you're able to get a group of people together at least once a week and just hang out, relax, joke, but do a video call. I know that it is, it's not always easy, but it's really good to see face to face. It helps. We're all kind of trapped in whatever's going on. Some of us are full lockdown. Everybody's all over the place. But it's really important to try to connect with people. And you never know what kind of friendships you'll make. I've been grateful for the ones that I have. And it gives us some fun and a lot of laughs. And Walter comes back with, well, the full title is The Dick Pic, a short story. Yeah, I'm so going to get nailed with censors on that one. Oh, wait, I said nailed. Brian says, the green room conversation is always good. Carl and Donna are great hosts and managed to draw me out of my shell. Brian, can we discuss what this shell is? Because I've never seen you shy or in a shell or quiet. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. And definitely we have fun. What else is everybody working on? Because we will so go off the rails, and we know this. Carl, it's like a party where you have to bring your own bottle. Absolutely. You definitely want to have a little fun. Ryan says, hello there. Check out our YouTube channel, Nerd Culture, where we talk all things nerdy, from movies to TV shows and comics, plus check out our Patreon. Awesome. Ryan, also drop your YouTube channel link. And if you haven't already shared it over into the Comics and More Chaos group, please head over and do that. Jeremy Caldwell says, hopefully we will have cons soon, but the virtual cons and interviews and such are amazing. They really are. It's been kind of cool getting to know everybody and connect with people. I mean, I'm grateful for the internet. I can't imagine what we'd be doing without it. And I think we found some other ways to keep us busy while, getting caught up on stuff at home and projects, and the networking has been amazing. Willow says, good to see you, Heather. It's nice to see you too, Willow. Carl wants to know when Willow Schuyler's on the nerd contest again. I think I missed that. Everyone's saying hi. Ryan says, favorite Star Trek movies. I binge watched them for the first time. God, it's awful. I have had the TV on once in the past 2 weeks. I've just kind of been avoiding it. My son and I and my mom watched Die Hard yesterday, and that was the first time I've had the TV on in weeks. I just kind of turned it all off and focused on other things I had to get taken care of. Awesome. Yeah, Ryan definitely puts the links on Comics and More Chaos. It should be right in the top of the description. Donna says, we had a green room Friday. Wow, that lemon moonshine was too good. It looked good. It looked like you were having a good time. And Carl says, Ryan, the best one is when they go back in time to save the whales. Brian K. Morris. So he's very, very busy. He's on camera all the time, which is why we pick on him for being shy. So Brian does 4 broadcasts a week on YouTube that are amazing, and they really are. But he's going to only go by what other people tell me. And you want to join the Rising Tide Broadcasting Network. So he gave you a link. Definitely want to check it out and give him some share. Tune into his shows. He has multiple shows where he gives you a chance to do kind of like we do similar, but he's on for a lot longer than I am. And he doesn't have all this hair. But he does, you get to, on one of them, you're able to drop all your links, promote yourselves, promote each other, network a little bit. And that's something that you can't do enough. Willow says she'll be on again when a suitable challenger is willing to take on the 2-time champ. Nice. Russell, hey, how are you? Russell, drop your link for your Kickstarter that's starting up again. So people can save it. Russell has this awesome book that is coming out on Kickstarter. You definitely want to remind yourself. Click the remind button. Ryan says First Contact is the favorite so far. Picard is the best. Hey, Tad. Good evening. How are you? And everyone's saying hi. Russell says, Ryan, I love the Picard movies. First Contact was awesome. The show was great too, though. And Ryan says, Brian K. Morris is the Mr. Rogers of the internet. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to that later. Donna says the lemon was very delicate. It took the twang out of the moonshine, which kind of made it a little too smooth. Yeah, you were enjoying that. It was fun to watch, them pick on you and you pick back. Hi, Jim. How are you? Ryan says, never seen the shows, but the movies are a great introduction to Star Trek for me. Well, that is awesome. I don't think I have seen a lot of the Star Trek in a while. Hey, John. How are you? First time here. Russell says you can get notified to launch a Kickstarter Russ Explodes. Also check out his Russ Explodes Facebook page and his YouTube and give him some love. Russell also does a very cool, he does interviews and he also does reviews for books. He has definitely a fun twist to doing reviews, not the same old stuff. Definitely have some laughs, some fun, and definitely make some friends. This is what you're here for. Connect, follow each other. And Donna says, welcome, John. Heather is awesome. Oh, thank you, Donna. It's nice to be loved. Grant says, Russ, you have a comic book coming out soon. Would you like to be up for a cross promotion? So you guys definitely need to check out each other. Ryan, what is one of your favorite comic book movies? I like so many movies. It's hard to say. I like the Marvel series. I love Deadpool. There's so many. There's so many movies. I'd have to think about that. Because one of my favorite movies is actually Goodfellas. Another one is The Last Unicorn. Yes, it's a cartoon. But those are some of the favorite ones that I have. And like grown-ups. I find the ones I have to laugh, giggle, or brings back good memories. Russell, don't forget to check out Wendy Steinshiner's project, Naughty Fairies Con. I did talk about her con earlier. It's definitely something to check it out. Donna says, we own the complete set of the original season and the animated. Very cool. Ryan says, one of the goals this year is to write a short story. Ryan, I am not a writer. I found myself in the comic world in a weird twist and turn. I'm not from the comic world. I've always loved art. I used to read a couple books a week, and then I had a child. So I pretty much multitask a lot. I have not been reading. I have a ton of reading to do, but I'm very, very, very new to comics. Art, not so much. I grew up going to the Met in New York and the Guggenheim, and anything that had to be involved with the arts, I grew up going to, and that was huge. Some of my favorite memories are going to the Met, and I have really happy memories. Really need to go back. I don't get enough time in the city. And Russell says, you can find me at Russ Explode Studios, Books with a Heart, and get to know me and the fun we have with the live interviews. Missed a few the past week with blowing out a disc in my back and being in severe pain, but I'm going to do a chat show Tuesday night. Hope to see you there. Oh man, Russell, I'm sorry. I hope you're starting to feel better, and check you out on Tuesday night. A lot of people have been a little off. Walter says, neither am I, but it hasn't stopped me from writing a few things for you. I'm grateful. Walter has been writing some of the stories. He wrote favorite things on my Twisted Angel YouTube channel, and he's written 'Twas the Night Before New Year's, and then he wrote the new short story, and there is more to come. It'll be fun. And Ryan says, I read The Last Ronin, and it's great, aka the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic. I've heard it was very good, but I need to check that out. Russell says, I love how you say Blue Balls reviews is an interesting twist on reviews. It really is. It's something new. It's fun. It was Harry. Harry is the persona that you wear, Russell. And he says, what can I say? I like to have fun and be serious too. So, well, absolutely. You get to have fun and joke around and still give shout outs to the amazing creators and artists. And Walter says, now the pressure is on. Thanks. No problem, Walter. Hey, you got me to kind of sing. So that takes a lot because I don't do that. Harry Sachs. That's it. And Russell says he's like a young Brian K. Morris. So Harry Sachs is your host for Blue Ball Reviews. And, we need to know how many exploding blue balls a project gets. So you definitely need to check him out. You can find them on his YouTube channel, Russ Explodes studio or his page, or you can also find it in the Comics and More Chaos group. Should be on the Comics and More New Jersey page and on the Comics and More New Jersey YouTube. Sorry. See, this is what happens when I'm not online for a week. I forgot how to do this. Is there anyone else that has projects? I know there's a ton of Kickstarters going on. I think one just ended tonight. The Vicious Circus just ended tonight. And I know Kara Nicole's Fire Bitch 2 ended recently. And so if you missed out, you might want to see if you're able to get more. Ryan says, check out my podcast, The Nerdcast, on Anchor and other apps where I've been talking about the latest movies I've seen. Ryan, drop your link for your podcast for your Nerdcast on Anchor so that way people can find you. I don't know if Meredith's book is still on Kickstarter. Definitely want to check that out if possible. She has a short story grouping, and I can't remember the name of it. Someone help me out here. There's so many amazing things going on right now. I have to make a list. This week was a little crazy. And thank you, Walter, for the links. There's the group for Comics and More Chaos and my YouTube page for Comics and More New Jersey. And Russell says, gotta work on the intro for it. Plus, if you have a book you'd like him to review, message him and message the page and send the digital copy, and he'll set up a review for it. So he's really cool. It's gives a great shout out, and we cross promote. So I'm always happy to run any of Russell's interviews and any of his reviews. They also run right to the Comics and More New Jersey YouTube page, which has over 2,000 subscribers. So it does get a little bit seen out there, and then I share it out from there. And he shares it out too. We try to push as many of the indies that we possibly can. Yes, Meredith's story. The book is of course, I need to get more sleep soon. Compendium of Dread. I don't know if I said that right, but definitely check it out. It is there. Do a search right on Kickstarter and you'll see it. Is there anyone we've been missing? Is there anyone who has news? Anyone going on? It doesn't have to be work news. It could be anything personal, anything you want to share. It's always fun to kind of get to know people a little bit more. Because you all got quiet. And I know I can ramble for hours, but we don't want to do that. Russell says, all indie all the time. It's the Indie 500 and no one's fighting for first. We're all equal. That is very cool. There's something with the indie world and the comic world. I have been loving seeing everybody help each other. Everybody push each other. Everybody rise together. You don't see that in a lot of industries. You don't see that in a lot of places. And we're all aware, not everybody is like that. But the majority of people that I've come across, of people that I've met, they're all looking to help each other. They're looking to help you make friends. Introduce yourselves, see how you can help them, because 99% of the time they'll turn around and they're just helping you back. Put it out there. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to share. It doesn't hurt to introduce people. You never know what could possibly come out of it. And we all need a little positivity. It's important. And it has been really cool. That's one thing about last year is I got to see a lot of people really step up and help each other. Network, work together, teams, find projects to put together and get some dreams made. And I'm curious to see what happens this year. Hopefully a lot more of that. Less negativity and more of the good stuff. And hopefully we'll go back to cons. And as some of you know, I have a cat who likes to climb walls. And she's about to climb the wall again, because that's what she does. So if you hear a loud bang, I apologize in advance. I'm surprised the last time I was on camera, she got right up in front of the camera and was putting her butt in the cameras, It was lovely. But yeah, she's up in the ceiling now. So it is 10:34. Does anybody have anything they want to share before I start to say goodnight and wrap it up? Live nude mice. Yes, Carl. That was a meme that Carl took the picture of my cat hanging from the ceiling and he put live nude mice and like it was a little peep show for my cat. Yes, she's a good girl most of the time. When she's not stealing stuff, climbing walls, knocking things over, trying to steal my dinner, she's like a dog. She has no problems taking food right off the plate. And my other one is not interested in people food, but if you leave a credit card, jewelry, keys, anything shiny, she will steal it. And you will never see it again. It's good to have two of them. They torture each other. All right, well, I am going to wrap it up. Russell says, I would like to share that Carl may need to be bailed out on his weekly Walmart trip tomorrow. Uh-oh, I'm thinking I missed something. And Walter says she's part dragon. Which one? The Talia or Stinker? Talia's the one with the green eyes and she doesn't like people food. Stinker is the one who climbs walls and steals food. My ex left Stinker and I'm grateful he did because she's definitely part of the family. And she's so spoiled. But I had to kick her out of my seat to go live. So Russell says, last week I had to pick up Carl Witzman from the county lockup for trying to lick the bagger. Are you sure it wasn't Brian K. Morris? Because Brian K. Morris likes to lick things. And Walter says, a shiny hoarder. Yeah, that's Talia with the green eyes. Carl says, I go into the hair color aisle and talk blondes into going red. If I ever decide to color my hair, which as you can see by my grays, I've never actually colored my hair, I'm going red. I want to have some fun with the red. But yes, I've never colored it. This is a natural color, amazingly enough. I'm not fully gray at my age. So hopefully, when I do, I'm going to have some fun. And Carl, I mean, you did marry a redhead. And Walter says, do it. Well, we'll see. It takes time to, do hair, nails. I don't have the time. And I was told I'm never allowed to open cans anymore. Some of you may have missed. I sliced my finger pretty good opening a can almost 3 weeks ago. It is now starting to almost heal because I wasn't going to the ER to deal with it. And Donna says I was actually there when he talked two blondes into going red. Awesome. Willow has many of the Hanging with the Web shows have been nominated for Podcasting Award. Thank you all for your votes. That is awesome, Willow. Congratulations. Willow, why don't you drop your schedule for when you go live? And William Russell, if you're still here, definitely want to drop your link for your group and your page. And Russell responds to Carl with, excuse me, miss, do you want red? I like to bag it and tag it. Wait, miss, not in the death kind of way. Oh man, here I go to lock up again. Carl says, poor little finger, do you need Brian to lick it? I'm not sure I'd want that. I'm not sure where Brian's tongue has been. I've seen some of the things he's licked. And let's go with books, spines, books, and other things that he's shown in the green room. So I think I'm good. It's finally healing. It still hurts like hell, but I got the Band-Aid off of it for now, and I'm down to just a decent sized Band-Aid to keep it clean, and I no longer have it all bandaged up like I did before. It still hurts when I put pressure on it. It still hurts when I whack it, and when you hurt yourself, always hitting the same spot. And Grant says, wow, congrats on the awards, Willow. Yes, that is very cool. If you guys have schedules, shows, anything, drop the links. Drop your pages. Drop your schedule. That's what we're here for. Russell says, Willow, Skylar, congrats. I'm sure the champagne will explode on you at the ceremony. And Carl says, cat saliva is actually supposed to heal wounds. Seriously. I don't heal well normally. So we're just gonna go with, I'm gonna use peroxide at this point. It's not as deep as it was. The worst part has healed. And when it does, we want pics. Ay, ay, ay. You guys are a fun crowd. Michaela says, I jumped in here when you said it hurts when I whack it. That could be taken so many ways, and Michaela's gotten to know me enough to know that can be taken in so many ways. So Michaela, drop in your link. You are a new book just launched recently, so definitely drop in the link to get your new one, along with where they can find more information about your books. And Russell asked how the new book is going. So who else has been doing videos? Does anyone getting interviewed anytime soon? Hey Keisha, how are you? So if you have projects going on, you definitely want to drop your links, share what you're working on. For the few of you that are not kind of stuck home, if you're going to cons or events, always feel free to share them. Tag me. I'm happy to have it on my wall. I'll share them out to the different cons. Thank you, Michaela. That is her link for the new one. Russell says, wait, what kind of videos? Do I answer that? We're in the comic world right now, so we're going to leave it that. Interviews, Harry Sachs, your Blue Ball reviews. But many people either are getting interviewed, they're on podcasts. If you have a podcast, your friends have a podcast. Ted, if you're still in here, drop your links for your podcast. Share it out. Hey, Teresa, how are you? If you have your link for any of your works, Teresa, or your page, drop it in the chat, please. Teresa's an author. And author Michaela Jade says her birthday is coming up on January 27th, and she'll be giving away prizes all day. Definitely want to follow her and find her page, and don't miss out on the prizes. Are you going to be giving away any of those amazing mugs you showed us on Friday night? Those were really cool. And definitely want to check out her books. She's got a few out there. And Russell says, Teresa D. Dunn, our favorite poetic writer. There's a lot of really amazing, talented people that I've gotten to meet on here online. I'm looking forward to getting to know them in person. In real life, actually get to hang with them, see what trouble we can get into. Really, really amazing people. And I'm grateful because my feed is completely flooded with all of their stuff, their works, their projects, memes, funny pictures. You got to go with it all. And author Michaela Jade says her sales are going okay, could use some more reviews. So if you have not picked up her book and you want to pick it up, definitely make sure to leave her a review and let her know what you think of it. And Russell responds back to the giveaway prizes with hopefully signed panties and book combos. Those were a huge hit on the show. I hear Brian K. Morris had 50 pre-orders. And Carl dropped in a link. If you like creepy books, definitely check that out. There is Carl's book is on there. He also writes. There's so many of you guys. Michaela says, signed panties and licked spines. That could just be going so wrong. It could be a lot of fun to watch, and we could sell tickets to that, Michaela. Keep that in mind. Absolutely sell some tickets for that. Does anyone have any other projects, anything going on before I start wrapping it up? Well, if you are watching this after I'm offline, absolutely drop in your links. You still can. If you need to reach out to me for anything, please do so. Keep it appropriate unless you have permission to not be. And definitely keep me in the loop of projects you're working on so I can help share out and push it and throw it into the Comics and More Chaos group anytime you can. Michaela says, let's do it. Oh, the trouble we can get into, Michaela. Carl says there are panties in the Mad Gasser cheerleader book. I don't know if I want to know. Willow says, okay, folks, have a great night. Chat with you in the morning. Absolutely. So tomorrow is another Monday. I hope you're all ready. Here is Brian K. Morris's schedule. Join me on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern when he interviews the traveling TARDIS owned Christian on Clever Title Pending. Bring your questions too. Awesome. And Teresa dropped her link for her poetry on Amazon. Definitely want to check it out. Hey, Gianni, how are you? And Gianni, drop your links if you got them handy. I am just wrapping up. It is been almost on for 45 minutes or so. And my cat's starting to make howling noises. That is the other one. That is Talia, who is howling because she found a toy mouse and she's got to announce it. Russell says, Carl, hopefully it doesn't involve gas escaping from panties. You know, people pay good money for that. Brian also joined me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern for Never Mind the Furthermore for creative conversation and coffee. And that is the one that you definitely want to check out. If you're looking to help network and get to meet some people, you can find him on Facebook. You can find him on YouTube. Go say hi, follow him, and give Brian K. Morris some love. He helps support so many indies and creatives. You definitely want to stop in and say hi. And you're welcome, Brian. And I'm glad you're doing well, Gianni. And Donna says, Brian, are you sure you want me to question Christian? Oh boy, Christian we could have so much fun questioning Christian. There is Gianni's Instagram. It's Highland Pop Media on Instagram.com. And Brian says, oh yes, Donna. Yeah, absolutely. And also Gianni has the Real Gianni Boy V on Instagram. And Brian says, true, Heather, people have actually found gigs on Never Mind the Furthermore. And that's very, very cool. People network. I mean, I've gotten to meet some really cool people in your chat. I've gotten to find some new ones to follow, some new social media links to make sure I'm following and checking out. So I'm grateful for popping in there. Gianni Boy V also has www.highlandpopmedia.com and facebook.com/highlandpopmedia. And back to Donna and Carl, or Donna and Brian, sorry. Challenge accepted. So we need to find out what kind of questions Donna is going to be asking Christian on Tuesday night. And Brian says, you are awesome, Heather. You are totally rising tide for sure. Thank you so much, Brian. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the support. And I'm sure everybody else has too. You've helped a lot. And Gianni Boy V also has Twitter at Pop Highland. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Always feel free to add links later. Check out, say hi. See if there's anything I can do, yell. And if you have not already followed Comics and More New Jersey on the Facebook page, it's Comics and More, Comics, the letter N, More NJ. And that's pretty much most of the social media. And then there is Comics, the letter N, More Chaos, which is, you know, the chaotic group that you can find almost anything for comics, writers, a little bit anything around the comic world. I'm trying to get in there. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope you have an awesome week, and I'll see you next Sunday.